On the Mac, we have in the utilities folder, there is the activity monitor, which is fairly equivalent to the Windows Task Manager. You can see all of the current processes that are running, and you can show just the ones that are owned by the current user or by the system, and you can sort them by name, or I usually do sort by how much CPU usage they are using. So right now you can see that GoToMeeting is chugging away at my CPU, and then my backup agent is kicking in as well. So sometimes that will spike the CPU as well. The activity monitor itself, since it's constantly updating the window, it usually filters up to the top as well. So not surprising there. But you can also sort things by whether or not they're using the GPU. So there's nothing that's really graphics intensive right now, even though GoToMeeting is sharing my screen. It's not doing it with, it's not doing anything with the GPU. It could probably run a little bit more smoothly if it did. But if there's something that's getting, slowing down the machine, or if it's getting too hot and kicking in the fans, this is a quick way to look and see what that is. Or occasionally you will see by, yeah, here we go, by process name. So this What's Your Sign app, or background app is a daemon or whatever, is checking, is a way for me to use to check the application signing status of the various apps that are running on the machine. So that's what this is doing. Usually when you see a bunch of the same process running at the same time, then that means there's something wrong. Sometimes you'll see, let's see, I don't think I have anything here right now. Yeah, so plugin library. This is probably part of Chrome. So each of my tabs that I have open has a different, process open. Here's one, OneDrive. I keep killing OneDrive Finder integration, and it keeps popping up all of these processes. So I could go in with Activity Monitor and select them and kill them with this stop button here. They're not doing a whole lot other than just taking up, taking up a small amount of resources. But it's, it's annoying to have to do that. The other way to do that would be on the command line. And it's also something that you can, if it's something you can do on the command line, then you can script it and do it automatically. So the activity monitor equivalent on the command line is top. And so that will show you a text view of same sort of stuff. By default, again, sorted by CPU. You can also sort it by, I think if you hit M, it should go to memory, or I don't remember the actual commands, but yeah, quit that. But the way to have a listing of the processes that are currently running is the PS command. PSAX will show me all of the processes that are currently running on the machine, and I can use the pipe to then send that output as input into grep, which is global regular expression print, which is basically searching within the contents of this, all of this input for, let's see here, OneDrive. There we go. Okay, so I see that I've got all of these Finder sync processes, and I don't even have OneDrive running right now. I don't have it turned on for doing synchronization, so I don't know why it's there. I've done everything that I can to uninstall it or just run it on demand, but it still pops up every now and then. So there's a couple of things that I can do now, and I cover all of this in the Mac Scripting Bootcamp. So if you're interested, sign up for that on the events page, or look in the MSP Institute for previous versions of it. So what I can do now is I can either go through and take the process ID for each of these, and then the command to stop it is, funnily enough, kill. And I can put in 6420, and then go and do the next one and the next one and the next one. There's also a shortcut for that, so I can kill any process with pkill, and what it does is actually does this step for me. So it does a grep for processes of a particular name. So I'm going to pkill anything with the name FinderSync. And now if I go in and look, it didn't work. So the next step is to add the option, and I happen to know the option off the top of my head is -9, which is a I think that's the kill signal. Basically sends the kill signal to the process itself directly, and is kind of like forcing it to take my word for it. I really want it to go away. So kill -9 of everything called FinderSync, and then now I've done my grep for OneDrive, and now there are none of them. So hopefully that will stay that way until I either reboot or fire up OneDrive again. So that is a quick way to, when you're sitting at the console or remote connected to a Mac with shell access, using things like PSAX and then grep. And then if there's something that is going off the rails, using pkill. And you may need to use, depending on how it was launched, you may need to use sudo for that command.